We started to talk about surface area of nets. We've been doing it for a little while. We're going to just add a little bit more to it today. Today, instead of having them give us measurements, we're going to have to do a little bit of counting to come up with the surface area. So it's just a different kind, but it's the same idea as what we've been doing. So let's do this one together. This is inside of your note packet. And it just says, what is the surface area? So if we folded this is a net, remember. If we folded it up, what shape would it make?
Rectangle.
It would make, okay, so we could say rectangular prism, but actually it would be a cube because all of the sides would be the same. Because if you look at it, you can tell that all of them contain the same number of boxes. So notice at the bottom, there are, how many pieces right here? How many pieces are there? 6, and then it says equals, and then a blank, right? So 7 total, but 6 of them that we're going to add together. Because there are 6 of what we call faces on this shape. So we're going to add all 6 faces together, and we're going to come up with the surface area of the whole shape. So let's just start with the one in the middle. It doesn't really matter which one we start with, but I'm just going to start with the one in the very middle. So in order to find its area, we can do a couple of things. We can count the number of boxes inside, or we can use what we know about formulas, because we know that how many spaces high is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's 4 spaces high right there. And how many spaces across? 4. So if we multiply 4 times 4, we're going to get
16.
So the area of that one box is 16. Now, are all the rest of them 4 by 4?
Yes.
Yes. So let's put a 16 in each one of the boxes. Now you might need to count on some other ones, but these we already have looked at and we've already counted them. So they're all 16. So we're going to go down to the bottom. We've now written an area inside of each box. That's important to making sure we get it right. Okay, so let's go to the bottom and let's just add them up. So we have the area of one of them is 16, and then another, 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 okay? So we have 6 16s, okay? So we can add 16 6 times, or we could just multiply 16 times 6. What would we get if we did that?
96.
Good, it's 96. They don't tell us what these squares represent, so we're going to call them units. And they are squared. Because remember, we're talking about area, and area is always squared because it's what it takes to cover. All right, so we don't have this one in our notes, but let's look at it together. So I want you to think about this for a second before we begin. What do you notice about the colors of the shapes? What do you notice about the colors of the shapes? Vermont, what do you notice? The ones that are equal are the same color. So in other words, the 2 yellow ones are the same, right? Because remember, we're making a shape. Okay, and the 2 blue ones are the same, and the 2 green ones are the same. Okay, so we really don't have to calculate the area of every piece, just one of each color, right? So let's start with the green. How tall is the green?
4.
And how wide? 2. So it's 4 times 2, which is 8. Oops, hold on. It's 4 times 2, which is 8. So the other green one is also 8, right? All right, how about the blue one? How tall is it? 2, and how far along? How wide?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is 2 by 6. What's that? 12. And this one is 12 also. Okay? And how tall is the yellow one? 4. And how long is it? 4 times 6 is 24. And this one is 24. Okay? So now all we're going to do is add them together. So we have 8 plus 8 plus 12 plus 12 plus 24 plus 24. Okay? Put those in your calculator and add them all together. All right, what do you get? 88. And they are units squared. Okay? All right, so this one is a little bit harder. So this is, at the bottom of it, it's going to be, the base of it's going to be called a rectangle, right? Because this shape right here is a rectangle. Okay? And then, since these are all triangles, what does that make it at the top? So it's a rectangular pyramid. Rectangular pyramid. Now, the tricky part is we can't count boxes on this. We have to use measurements because we'll count them wrong. So let's start with the rectangle in the middle. We're going to do this one together because it's in your notes. So the rectangle is how high? 2. And how wide? 4. So the rectangle in the middle is 8, right? Now, are all 4 triangles the same? No. They're not. That's important. That's important to notice. They are not the same. Okay? So this base of this rectangle is how long? I'm sorry, triangle is how long? 4. Now, what is the height of that triangle? 2. So this one at the bottom is also 4 and 2. So we have to do this one. We have to do this one twice. So if the base of it's 4, the height of it's 2, what's the area? 4. Very good. I'm glad you didn't say 8. Because remember, we have to half it because it's a triangle. So this one is 4. And the one at the bottom is also 4. Okay, we can't count it because it doesn't go whole shapes. So we can't count it. Now how about this one? What's the base of this triangle? 2. Base of that one is 2. The height is what? 2 also. So what's the area of that triangle? 2, because 2 times 2 is 4. Divided by 2 gives us 2. So the area of that one is also 2. All right, now we have an area inside of each one. Let's add them together. So we have 8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4. All right, what'd you get? 20. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. Yep, I get 20 also. So 20 units squared.